Okay. Happy Festivus!
Happy Festivus!
Yay. Oh, you got your Festivus poll. Excellent. Love it. Love it. And it's very pretty. You decorated it very nice. Is that tinsel? You can't have tinsel on a Festivus pole.
No, it's just ribbon.
Oh, okay. Very good. Because tinsel is forbidden on a Festivus pole.
Swiffer. Wait,
okay. Well, didn't say what kind of pole you have to use. Well, tinsel on a Festivus pole is triggering.
It's not tinsel. It's ribbon.
Wow. Hello, everybody. And thanks for joining us on this Tuesday after Christmas and the Tuesday where we have decided, Jen and I, to air our Festivus Grievances. So who's with us tonight? Let's see who's there. Hi, Sal. How are you? He says you have nice hair, Jen.
Thank you.
Well, we don't know what kind of hair you have, Sal, because you don't have a picture. You're like a stalker.
I already stalked him on Instagram.
You stalked him? What's he about?
I didn't know. I didn't dive deep. I just wanted to see if it was a real person or was it a
real person?
It's a real person.
Oh, all right, good. Well, it's 7:01, so you know what time that is, Jen.
A half inch means a lot sometimes.
This pumpkin latte sucks, and I want to speak to your manager.
How much is the economy today? Oh, it's that much.
Objection, hearsay. Objection, leading. Objection, hearsay.
Where is that woman when Biden speaks?
You cut my video.
I did. I cut it because remember, it hangs out on Rumble, it hangs out on YouTube, and then people have to watch it every single time. And
they want to.
We also, excuse me, we tend to lose viewers during our.
Never. Lucille's birthday was the other day.
Hi, Lucille. Oh, I hope I wished you happy birthday. I think I did, but maybe not. Happy birthday now.
Lucille, I'm moving again. Did I tell her that? I'm moving into Agnes's bigger apartment.
Jennifer is going to become a professional mover, but not only of her own furniture. So if you're new to the show, this is The Right Stuff with Jen Remauro, and I'm her mom, Leticia. You can see us live on Facebook, on Rumble, and on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, please subscribe and give us a rumble on Rumble and a like on YouTube and share and all that kinds of stuff. And we encourage everybody to participate in our show, and you can participate by just writing comments on we can see them on
so that Leticia could read them, and
Facebook and YouTube. On Rumble, I've devised a new way to watch it, but you won't see your comments come up. Hello, John, and Merry Christmas to you. Sal, Leticia, I'm your hero. Oh, well, you're my number one fan now, and I'm your number one fan, Sal. Why am I your hero? What did I do? I wonder. That's scary. I shouldn't be anybody's hero. Yeah, Jennifer could be your hero, but I am absolutely not hero quality. Oh, there's my mother. Hey, Mom. Oh, and here's Ralph Rubinick.
Oh, here's your chance to say thank you.
What's that? Yes, Mom, I just opened your gifts up from the Christmas tree. I forgot I put it in the branches and waited for Christmas night day to open it, and I forgot to say thank you. Well, I didn't forget to say. I forgot to even open it, but thank you. That was ridiculously generous, and so I hope everybody. How was your Christmas, everybody? Jen, how was your Christmas? Show everybody what you got. No, beautiful ring. So Jen did okay. She was a good girl this year. At any rate. So today is the day that we air our Festivus Grievances. Jen, should I first show everybody what?
Everything, because my grievance is the whole country. So
the whole country? Like even the people in it?
Most of them.
Okay.
California, definitely.
Jennifer is is a sour-faced, sad sack comedian. So, in case any of you are new and are just born yesterday, here's what Festivus is. We already showed you the poll. Jen, show them the poll, the Festivus poll. Okay, instead of Christmas, the Seinfeld, George Costanza's father created a holiday called Festivus, replete with a Festivus pole instead of a Christmas tree, no tinsel, and feats of strength and airing of grievances. So watch this clip.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it.
So the goal here is to tell us what your Festivus grievances are. I'm going to start with Tom Cotter.
Well, what's yours?
Oh, my grievances? Oh, God. I am horribly grieved with stupid people who are gullible. And, oh, by the way, there's
America.
not America. It's not all of America. It's some people. But interestingly enough, Jen, your fellow comedians have already aired their grievances over the years and gave me a lot of fodder to to portray to everybody here. And they have done some great jobs with grievances. And Tom Cotter's is a comedian whose grievances are people who are triggered and want to cancel the things that trigger them. So I don't think you saw this clip, Jen, but here's Tom Cotter talking about the song. Remember the song, Baby, It's Cold Outside?
I did see this and I love it. Jimmy sent it to me last week. He is genius. You're going to show the whole clip?
I'm going to not the whole hour.
No, not an hour. How he compares the song to song.
Yeah, how he compares the song to the song. Yes, because I have the whole one too, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so here is Tom Cotter, comedian extraordinaire. Wait, let me get rid of the comment there from John. He is priceless. And here we go with Baby, It's Cold Outside, that was canceled by the cancel culture.
And the one that really killed me was last Christmas, we canceled a song that was written in the 1940s called Baby, It's Cold Outside. People said that they were triggered, that the lyrics were rapey, and they had toxic masculinity. And that's fine if you feel that way, but radio stations across the country wouldn't play the song because people were outraged. Which is fine if you feel that way, but at the exact same time, the #1 song in this nation for over 2 months was Wet Ass Pussy. I am not making that up. You can look it up. Google it. So I want to wrap up my show by comparing and contrasting the lyrics of these two songs. If indeed this country has lost its fucking mind, shall we? Let's start with the horribly offensive Christmas song written just after World War II. I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away, baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been so very nice. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, N-word, extra large, extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be pacing the floor, listen to that fireplace roar, well, maybe just half a drink more.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. I don't get it. I mean, how could you be triggered by that? Rapey. It was rapey.
Triggered. They're just Karens. They just want to complain.
I guess it's modern day safe sex. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he's hysterical, John. So I figured in the spirit of comparing and contrasting things, I would compare and contrast our presidents, right? Because he compared and contrasted, and Trump is triggering to a lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so let's see how the media handled Trump when they thought that he was sick. because of the way he drank water and the way he walked. And let's compare that with our current president, Joe Biden.
There are some questions this morning about President Trump's health, and it's because of this video of the president where you see him walking very haltingly, one leg at a time. It starts happening here, down a ramp.
17,000 jobs. Thank you. Oh, they don't have water. That's okay. What? Oh, it's okay.
Wow. That is hard to watch.
Yeah.
What's that? What? Okay. All right. They got that? Okay, they got this.
Hey now.
You forgot that one.
There were too many Biden sniffing clips for me to choose from.
Well, that's why I have wigs readily available. But still have headphones everywhere.
I tried to compare and contrast equal. So they were talking about physical stuff. I think that a man who walks slowly down a ramp, and if you watch
And it was windy. Did you see the wind with the flags? It was
and
windy.
if you saw the Marine walking down with him from West Point, he was walking equally as slow. And I mean, he drank water. He opened it away from himself so it didn't spray on his tie. And he drank it carefully so it didn't dribble down.
But his hand didn't smudge.
Right. And Biden can't walk up the stairs. He can't get off his bike, and he can't put on his own freaking
And he
jacket.
shit his pants.
He did indeed do that. But did we hear about that anywhere other than on conservative talk? No, of course not. So I think that was a fair compare and contrast, don't you? I mean, I mean, it might not be as funny as Cotter's, but it was a fair.
Oh my God, we have 17 viewers.
Holy moly. And Bobby's here. How are you? Papa Smurf, good to see you. But he's going on vacation. Yes, he's going on vacation.
He's been on vacation. He's been on a mental vacation since 2020.
It's hard. It's hard for him to read those the instructions on the teleprompter, Lucille. He needs all the help he could get. So Bobby, what did you miss? Not much. We just explained Festivus, and we had Tom Cotter, the guy who compared and contrasted Baby It's Cold Outside with Wet Ass Pussy. So
Bobby, if you're going to be late, you can't come and ask us a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Christmas is great.
And Well, so I have another compare and contrast. I thought this was interesting. You know, we've been talking about the border for a while. Do you remember when AOC and what's her name? What's her name? Talib were crying in front of Congress.
And the one that really killed me was last Christmas, we canceled a song that was
that children were being separated from their parents in front of an American flag, that women were being called these names under an American flag.
Mr. Chairman, it needs to be noted into record. I spoke to CPB agents, even though they told us not to speak to them too. Remember that? And I said, what do you think we need to do because you guys are overwhelmed? They said, one of them, stop sending money, it's not working. Another one said, I wasn't trained for this. I am not a social worker. I am not a medical care worker. He actually said, I want to be at the border. That's what I was trained to be at. The last one, Mr. Chairman, the separation policy isn't working, he said.
Migrants had anticipated the expiration of Title 42 this week after a federal judge called it unlawful. But on Monday, the Supreme Court granted a request by a group of Republican attorneys general to keep Title 42 in place. In response, the Biden administration pushed the court to lift the restrictions. In the U.S. border town of El Paso, migrants seeking asylum are met with more hardship. Many that can't find room in shelters are left to sleep on the streets.
We have been seeing a humanitarian crisis. This is the first time that we see this here in El Paso. We have had migrants before, but this is the first time that this is really a little bit out of hand.
Visit the border because there's more important thing going on.
First off, AOC was talking to an empty lot when she was at the border. And she was wearing her Movado. I zoomed into her watch. She had a Movado on and a nice white suit. So pleased with the bullshit. They perpetually have their periods, those two.
Don't stop on my account. Good. Give the second. What's the second of all?
What?
What's the second of all?
Period, crying. It's like, get over it. Take 2 Midol. Stop it. We obviously didn't set up enough plates at the dinner table for these migrants. We asked how many were coming.
I mean, they were crying. Talib is crying tears.
She wasn't crying. She was like, please.
Because they visited the border during Trump and the kids were being separated by their mother, from their parents.
They didn't go inside. There was an empty lot in front of them if you look at the photos.
Yeah. But it was triggering for them.
But then she'd be afraid she's going to get raped like she was at the Capitol. So.
Yeah, right. When she was in a building that was across the campus.
In a different tunnel away from everything. She was going to be raped.
Right. Oh my God, they're such liars. I just can't with the lying. I mean, everything is like for television. It's absolute insanity. Or what's everybody saying? They're as useless as, yes, they are as useless as that. Yeah, they have double stand. When it was Donald Trump, they put on a big show, but when it's Joe Biden, nothing, right? Nothing, because there's more important things to do than go visit the border, even though he was in that state. We all know those cages were under Obama administration. Bingo, John Greco, bingo. But you know what? If you see, they're still being used. The reason people are on the streets is because there's no room inside anymore, and now they're freezing to death. So which was better? Let's see. Donald Trump's decision to send them back to or stop them at Mexico or send them back to the country that they came from, or Joe Biden's decision to say the border is open. And if you saw that clip, Title 42 is supposed to expire, and then the Supreme Court stopped it. But Biden says, no, we want you to let it expire so more people can come over.
Doesn't it make sense? Food is up, everything's up, inflation. You can't get baby formula. You can't do this, you can't do that, but let everybody come in and have nothing.
Absolutely.
And they complain that we give them microwave dinners. We're in a recession, motherfucker.
Microwave dinners are expensive. Jen become president, so this could stop, and I could be your first lady. That would be interesting.
You should just do it.
She should just do it. You probably win, and the Oscar goes to very good, Peter. Hey, it's Gloria. How are you, Gloria? Good to have you with us tonight. So, yeah, it's all for show. It's all BS. And you know what? The problem is that the gullible people in America believe it because, well, we're going to get into exactly why, because we have George Carlin coming up, and he had a great clip on government. But in the meanwhile, there's another comedian out there who I follow, and I just love him. His name is John Crist, and John is super triggered, and he wants to cancel everything, and he tells us why. Watch this.
We got rid of Aunt Jemima, we got rid of Uncle Ben's, but I am wildly triggered by the brands and the photos that I see in this grocery store. Using a polar bear to sell your ice cream, Klondike? Did you know polar bears were extinct? No thank you. Canceled. Paw Patrol mac and cheese. Listen, defund the police, defund Paw Patrol. White rice, brown rice. Why they gotta be separated? Think about it. Cancel. Uncle Ben's? Absolutely offended by that. Listen, do I know any minorities myself? No, I don't, but I feel very confident speaking on their behalf on the internet. Hola, Tapatio. Una pregunta. You ever heard of cultural appropriation? Cancel. Oh, look at there. It's a woman leading a cow against its will to the slaughter, selling popsicles shaped as bullets. Wow, absolutely canceled. Okay, I just looked up Red Baron. Red Baron is a fighter pilot in the German Air Force in World War I. Seems extremely anti-Semitic. Hey, Granny Smith, you ever heard of, ageism? Cancel. What do we have here? Country gravy, $7.58. Brown gravy, $7.47. I'm just saying, think about it. Just looked up the definition of minion. 1, an underling or follower of a powerful person. 2, a servant. Cancel.
It's pretty funny.
Country gravy, $7.58. Brown gravy, $7.47. That clip goes way longer. I cut it up a little bit just so that you could get the flavor of Crist.
I wish you would have seen the new Sebastian Maniscalco with the whole transgender, what you identify as, and identifying as a tiger, one of the kids in his kids' class.
Well, you know what? Then you're gonna have to send it to me, and we can play it next Tuesday.
Never
Would you rather be rich in a poor country or poor in a rich one? Measuring how rich a country is not that easy. Spoiler, it's not just about GDP. By no means Mexico is a poor nation. Well, that's true, but it's a nation that wants to make sure that it's probably getting a cut from the fentanyl, from the coyotes and the fentanyl traffickers. And I'm sure China's giving it all kinds of money to destroy America. It's all systematic. Take away the guns, make it next to impossible for small businesses to thrive. And the oil crisis is all manufactured to break the Dow society. Agreed, John. Agreed 100%. I'm missing an Islanders game tonight. You see how much I love you guys? Wow, that's fantastic. Well, do the Islanders win usually? I don't know. Maybe. Well, I like the Islanders. Let me tell you something. Hockey.
You watched a hockey game.
That's the only sport I will watch.
We went to a Rangers game. It's good for menopause. We went to a Rangers game, but other than that.
Lucille loves Sebastian Maniscalco.
Best special ever.
Okay, I will next week
on Netflix.
I will clip that up. John Curley is with us tonight.
Hi, John.
Okay, John Curley was a guest host here, and he's got some great books out. Everybody go on Amazon and buy Bonds, not bonds like money bonds. Bonds is the
you don't need bonds anymore.
Yeah, right. The pronouns. Yeah, we're gonna get into some pronouns in a little bit too, because that is another grievance that is problematic. He shouldn't be giving them any ideas. That's crazy enough.
My ex-husband booked. I have to go see Ty's college, and he asked me if I'm still a female, And I made him put Furby on the thing, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, you told Ty to?
No, I told my ex-husband to.
Gay in Yiddish is an insult. Dump Goya. Dump it. Yup. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So, listen, I think that, you know, these triggered individuals have changed our country and the way things go. And unfortunately, we are gullible enough to just buy into it, and that's just really, really.
I wonder if a punch in the face would trigger them.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of that lately, haven't we? Okay, I was looking for my. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here we go.
Problems with you people.
You just can't get your shit together.
I can't get my shit together. It's really tough. I didn't label my clips right. Okay, well, I have problems. I have problems with you people. I have problems with everybody. Let's see. Hold on. I'm missing a lot of comments here that are coming up. They're fast and furious. Every commercial on TV are asking for money for veterans, animals, cancer, etc. Every commercial on TV now has either all black people, or a black, a white, a Asian, a gay. I mean,
they're really trying. And you know what the best part is? I love when they do interracial commercials and either the black girl's totally hot and then she's with some dorky white guy, or it's opposite, some hot white guy. It's like, guys, it's normal. You don't need to really try hard. We get it.
Oh,
and then they have kids that don't match. They have a ginger as an Asian.
Sal's reminding you that you're being violent. They may cancel us. They started to lift the shadow ban. I think it's interesting
on everybody. I have to tell you that they were on my clients, like Angela, who's a conservative. They just think she liked, not did, shadow banned her.
Yeah.
For months. So I told her, stop liking anything that has to do with like Trump or anything. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. And she did. And they lifted it.
Yeah, I'm starting to see now, since Elon took over Twitter, my Twitter account, I'm starting to gain followers, where before I would just lose. I'd lose followers constantly.
Like this show?
It could be about this show. But maybe I think it was
not the algorithm, maybe it's you. And me.
Well, I thought it had something to do with all the fake accounts that started following me because they thought I was a white supremacist. And then they all got kicked off of Twitter. Or they got bored with me because they went for somebody else. Well, all right. So you were talking about Jennifer College and what's going on. And, the interesting thing is we're dumbing down America, but not only that, but we're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for kids to go to college to become indoctrinated.
Wait.
Yeah. Well, I want you to, Amy Horowitz, AMI Horowitz, it's a male. In this society, it's really tough. Amy Horowitz. He does these interviews with people on college campuses. I think they show him on Fox all the time. And anyway, he sat down with somebody who got the American flag banned off of a campus. So watch this interview is going to blow your mind.
You don't let that do that.
There is a flag that has divided the nation and is pit brother against brother. When this flag was brazenly put up on the campus of the University of California, Irvine, one brave student finally said enough and took a stand. Somebody hung up a flag. An American flag.
It made people feel very uncomfortable and unsafe in that room.
UC Irvine student government leader Matthew Guevara, no relation to Che, when faced with the provocative stars and stripes on campus, wrote a bill that banned the flag. Tell me about the environment created when the American flag was kind of hanging there in that room.
It was creating a very hostile environment just because of this flag being up. Yeah, it doesn't make people feel welcomed at all. To where people wouldn't even go into space anymore because it was on the wall.
Well, there's a legitimate view that the American flag, it represents hate speech.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's a tool to silence people.
You'd be equally uncomfortable with the Nazi flag or the ISIS flag in that room, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
No question about it.
No question about it.
Can you identify evil in this world?
The U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the U.S. is the head honcho.
When it comes to evil, top of the list.
Yeah. Top of the list, definitely.
I gotta tell you, man, this conversation, my mind, blown. Fair to say there's slavery going on in America today?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still going on. And black people not being able to live in certain areas, not being able to get certain jobs. That's modern legal slavery.
Straight up slavery.
Straight up slavery, yeah.
Where are your parents from?
My parents are from Mexico.
And why did they come here to the United States?
To try find work, a better life, the American dream.
And instead they found this oppressive American country.
There is no such thing as class mobility. That's an illusion.
Is your mother, she must be so proud that her son is now going to like a major university in the United States.
She's happy that I'm taking advantage of the education system.
And your brother also successful?
He has a good life.
That's it. I would be the worst journalist ever. It doesn't. That's endangered. That doesn't even.
Is that a whale?
No, it's a plane. But he can ride back on a whale. I wasn't an art major in the 12 years I went to community college with no degree.
He can't get on a plane. It's modern day slavery. I mean, it's America. America is evil. Evil. Evil.
And mustache is evil. That's what that is. Free mustache rides on campus.
I mean, where are your parents from? Mexico. Why'd they come here? The American dream.
Again, punch in the face.
This is our colleges at work, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I could show you this. I mean, this, I love Ami. I love him. I love him. I love him. You need to follow all the people that I'm naming here tonight, because I could only bring you short bits of their clips, but if you see the work that they do, it's amazing. They're hysterical. But the sad part is that he's talking to college students. This guy is the president of the student body. I mean, and he made a fool of him without even trying.
Oh, yeah.
Without even trying. Oh, okay. We have a whole bunch of people here that joined us.
We're just losing viewership. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
boom.
Well, it happens. Gloria says, sick bastard, our soldiers fought for that flag. Indeed. Absolutely. It's criminal on their behalf, the snowflakes.
If that happened in Russia, they would get his ass and send him back to where he came from.
We
give him money, financial aid, whatever he needs.
His people would, his parent would have never came here. Do you think that immigration in Russia, why aren't there lines to get into Russia? Why aren't there lines going the other way to get to Mexico? Why is he here? Oh, to take advantage of the education system. I heard that one loud and clear. Hello, Mickey Petrides. Good to have you, Mickey. I was waiting for the punchline in that interview. Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, I think the punchline was that his parents, or we have the punchline because likely we paid for his education. What the hell? That's right, Ma. What the hell? How many hundreds of thousands? This country's youth have been brainwashed into hating everything and everyone that doesn't agree with their beliefs. The Nazis did this and created a nation of murderers, and the imbecile gets paid to spew that crap. He doesn't get paid, the kid. He goes to college. He's actually regurgitating what his professors have taught him. We're the empire, and they saw too much Star Wars. Yeah, you're right. It's about time we do something about it. College idiots. Isn't that the truth, Lucille? I mean, it's like the more college they have, the stupider they become. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how you destroy America. You do it by the inside. So All right, so this next one is a clip from George Carlin. So let's get through this. So the grievances are triggered people, brain dead people, college students who are idiots, and here's George Carlin. What?
Yeah. I was going to say something smarter than that, but we'll put him away.
Okay. Well, he sounded smarter than the kid. And here is the infamous George Carlin talking about, this was 20 years ago, I think it was.
You went to go see him?
What? No, I didn't go see him.
My computer's going to die. Oh,
uh-oh. Hurry up. Plug it in. While you do, the Festivus poll fell. Holy shit. No.
The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long, when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy.
Genius. My favorite.
He is genius. Yeah, John Greco says he saw this coming. Yes, he did. Love George. He's one of the greatest for sure. She was an old-time level old house in 2000. What? All-time level old house in 2006. I'm not quite sure what that's about.
I remember he was friends with George's daughter. Remember Kelly Carlin? But she was a huge liberal. She got rid of me.
Her father must be rolling in his grave. Poor genius. Yeah. Well, so, telling us what to think, bombarding us with what to say, what to do. And there are plenty of people out there that are willing to do it. That kid was one of them. Guevara, Jesus, no relationship to Che. I'm not sure that that's so. But this woman wasn't taking any bullshit. She decided that they couldn't understand English and her words, she was going to show them with this whole gender bender kind of stuff, and that people can be anything they want to be. They have to make the decision. So let's watch this.
I am a cat. Meow, meow. I'm not a woman dressed as a cat. I am a cat. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe and confess that I'm a cat? Great. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe that your child or a child from this school would believe that I'm actually a cat? No one. You are right. Why? Because you are not stupid, and these children are not stupid. Truth prevails over imagination. Reality exists. Discernment is innate and something we are biologically wired to have. One look at me, and you know this to be true. I am a woman posing as a cat. You may also think correctly that if I truly believe I'm a cat, I have a mental disorder. If I suffer from a mental disorder, and if I am unable to discern reality, am I safe to be around children? Would you put me in charge of making critical decisions about the safety and well-being of children and about the direction of their education when I cannot even discern truth from fiction? A public school is not the place for social experiments in altered realities or gender ideologies. It is not the place to celebrate a grown man with a mental illness, dressing as a woman, and teaching kids lies. Children come to school to learn facts and truths about reality, including unchanging biological truths about science and nature, not to learn that they can change biological realities and become anything they want in the name of diversity. What you're actually doing is worse than just lying to our kids. You're forcing them to be participants in your lie, in your charade.
Not one man in that room is listening to her. They're thinking about what she has under the costume. There is no way that she got her point across. Now, if it was an ugly cat.
If it was a fat cat.
What she needs to do is start licking her hand and everybody's pants would have pitched it.
Everybody was wishing for a textbook. Whoop! Oh my gosh. Mickey Petrini saw Neil Diamond last night, the musical. That's great. Yeah, all right, we will see it. She's brilliant. Yeah, she was brilliant. I always said I identified as a lesbian trapped in a man's body. That's the truth. Why not? I mean, you were listening. Sal gets points. Okay, who else do we have here? Peter. She's he said that before you said it, Jennifer. I'm on a lag with the comments.
She looks like she's the start of a bad porn movie. Like, Pussycat Chronicles.
Peter, what was she saying?
Yeah, the computer was like, did I see her on Pornhub? The Furby category. You're gonna put a point across. Just don't.
Don't wear a skin tight cat outfit when you're rocking that
Like,
kind of body.
She's like, Steven, do you know where my cat costume is that we used Wednesday night? I need to go
they were talking about men in drag, so they should have probably, put an old fat woman in the costume. I don't know. Oh my God. You're getting props from John. They have to go back to the old school. Yep. Okay, so apparently
wearing a dress is not going to make you a woman.
Well, and wearing a beard with lipstick doesn't work. And that's it. She says that too. I cut it down for time. Believe it or not, they gave her like 5 minutes. I guess the guy.
Of course they did. She's probably still rambling on at that PTA meeting.
Usually,
like, and by the way, if you guys want to see me on Fans Only, only fans, members only. My screen name is Pussy Girl.
Oh my God.
I didn't expect that. I heard about it.
But
I thought it was going to be some Karen with a mullet. I didn't realize that was what it was.
All our viewers left their computer because they had to go take care of something in the bathroom. They're all in a shower right now. Oh my gosh, I can't. Jen, why don't you wear a skirt and a beard?
Because I have pride. I watched a TikTok today of a girl, or I don't know, with a mustache. A girl. And she had a shit all over her shirt too. She like drooled on herself, greasy, and a mustache, and was complaining how people treat her wrong. Listen, I don't want to. No, and I don't have to do it without a bra on. You have to care about society. You want to look good. I don't care what gender you want to be. Like when I went to Ulta, and there was a giant person with the 5 o'clock shadow, nails done, and makeup. Come on.
Well, it's true. I think that fashion police should.
I don't leave the house without mascara. Shave your beard. That's all I'm asking. I don't care what you do and what you want to wear, but play the part. Just play the part. Keep us guessing.
Oh, well, I think that instead of defunding the police, we should just make some of them fashion police. And
They should just, instead of free money and free everything, just give out free makeup, tutorials, a tweezer, a razor.
Oh my God, it's true. It's true.
Because no girl wakes up and says, I want to have a 5 o'clock shadow and look ugly.
But that's the whole thing. It's become a joke. Listen, I know so many. I know drag queens who have been around since Stonewall, and they are fantastic. They would never, ever step out without everything being and perfectly clean, because when they dress as a woman, they want you to believe they're a woman.
One of my Nadia, one of my closest friends who used to be Greg, puts everything into it. Hair done. If it's not done right, goes back home, spends hours trying to get dressed and look perfect.
That's it. I mean, and
he comes out, and guess what? Straight men. Go ahead.
Well, how come the guys who want to be girls, truly the guys that identify as girls, they really put the effort in, most of them. But when the lesbians who want to be men, they don't ever put the effort in. I mean, they're always
and wear Costco jeans, and they think that's what it's like to be.
Put the effort in. Put the effort in. Would you take beauty advice from us? Well, yes.
Listen,
I would if they look better than me. And let me tell you something. Some of my gay guys, if I show up wearing something wrong, they call me out. Forget it. They'll later on the phone. What were you doing? What were you thinking? Where'd you get those heels? Put a little lift. Put your hair a little done. Yeah, you can't get away with it. So yes, there are some guys that I would take fashion advice.
Well, there's a guy here, and he is an autopsy guy for the city, and he has shaved head, and he was wearing a cutoff metal shirt and basketball shorts, but he had on Louboutins and pearls around his neck.
Yeah. I'm not sure, what it's all about.
Dress how you want to dress, but don't question when someone calls you dude instead of
right, exactly. If you're going to be
don't yell.
Don't be looking for the pronoun crap, because nobody gets it. John says, I have 2 gay uncles. No problem with any of them, unless they try and push their beliefs on everyone else and push them on children. You know what? And that's the truth. I mean, listen, in our family, we have a lot of transgender. It's a thing in our family for some reason. And the interesting thing is
I used to be Brad.
Some of them, some that have changed are sorry they changed. And I've spoken to
go through the whole medical process.
Yeah, I've spoken to a psychologist.
They think they should just put on a shirt and some pearls and they look like a girl, and they don't.
I mean, you can wear whatever you want, not a problem, but don't demand that all of society bend to you to understand what your pronouns
It's like seeing a dog on the street and being like, that's such a nice dog, and the one is like, it's a cat.
Yeah.
No. It's what I see. You don't.
After being told to follow the science for forever, we need to follow the science. You cannot just make shit up.
It's called effort, and no one has it. No one puts any effort into anything they do. Work-wise, school, put effort into it, and you'll have total respect.
That's right.
No one would ever say anything wrong about someone who's trying to be a girl, who wants to be a girl and is dressing like a woman.
Well, there are some people that would, but not majority of society, I think.
When you walk out of the house with a beard and a dress, you can't expect it is different.
Well, it's not gonna listen. Most of the time, I recall you as a child. You dressed for shock value. Me as a child, I dressed for shock value. The problem is when people want society to bend to their will instead of the other way around. And if we're going to let 3 and 4-year-olds decide what gender they are, then should we also allow them to decide, whether they should go to war? What other adult decisions are we going to put in the hands of children? It's ridiculous.
What are they going to go to war like Klinger? They're not listening.
I mean, children are not sexualized at ages of 2 and 3 unless an adult does that to them. And John Curley's here, and he'll tell you right now that is a whole different conversation. That is not about gender. That is about pedophilia. And that, that's like I said,
100%. Now you can mark an X on a birth certificate and let them choose. My son still doesn't know what to eat, and he's going to be 18 in a few weeks.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to eat. But yet you could pick, your parents just put an X and you get to choose what you want. That is what triggers the kid into getting bullied. When you give anybody, I can't even have my own choices sometimes. I shouldn't.
Sal, I am a woman. I am a woman because I am a uterus. I have a uterus. And that is the definition.
I don't.
Well, but you had one. You were born with a uterus. And just because you don't have one anymore doesn't mean you're not a woman anymore. So that's just to answer Sal's question. Well, I'm glad it skipped you too late. Okay. Okay. I honestly feel sorry for the future women of society because the gene pool for some of these men today are non-existent. I hired a guy. He couldn't even screw on the damn garden hose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true. And you
No,
can't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't even say man up anymore.
I can't wait until these guys become women and then complain about society about moving up in the workspace because they're women. I can't wait for that because that's coming.
Well, that is coming. I don't understand Jamie Lee Curtis question mark. Did you say something?
Look who's here, Jody.
Jody's here. Jody Wasserman is here.
Finally.
She's here for our comedians night. So here's something, we saw a lot of bullying going on this year, especially when it came to the vaccine, right? We saw a lot of bullying about what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you have to believe, what you can't believe. Well, Seinfeld was, I think, a little ahead of its time. It wasn't specifically what we're talking about, but it was about a ribbon. Watch this.
Cosmo Kramer.
Okay, you're checked in?
Yeah, thank you.
Here's your AIDS ribbon.
No thanks.
You don't want to wear an AIDS ribbon?
No.
But you have to wear an AIDS ribbon.
I have to?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't want to.
But everyone wears the ribbon. You must wear the ribbon.
What you are? You're a ribbon bully.
Hey, you, come back here. Come back here and put this on.
Hey, where's your ribbon? Oh, I don't wear the ribbon.
You don't wear the ribbon? Aren't you against AIDS?
Yeah, I'm against AIDS. I mean, I'm walking, aren't I? Just don't wear the ribbon.
Who do you think you are?
Put the ribbon on.
Hey, Cedric, Bob, this guy won't wear a ribbon.
Who? Who doesn't want to wear the ribbon?
They're my favorite, the two gay guys. This is my arm now.
So all we have to do is switch out the word ribbon for vax, and you get.
Now we're getting shut off.
Yeah, 2022 all together. That's what it was all about, right? You don't want to wear the ribbon. You don't want to take the shot. You don't want to. You don't want to use the pronouns. Who doesn't want to use the pronoun? This was 20. Is so funny to me that 2022 was literally a bullying year. If you didn't agree with what the owners told you to agree with, then you were canceled.
Ask any of these kids to address an envelope and they can't. But we're all expected to change our English language and what we know. And just overnight, no male from female and cat to this and that.
It's true. And it's interesting to me that they can figure this all out. I mean, I guess they get their voice in college from their professors, or they get
it from
Twitter. Okay. Twitter.
This
Jamie's
is all
with
when
us.
Social media came out. All this bullying shit. Let me tell you something, please.
if you wore every woman you're supposed to be that the left says to, you would look like a 5-star general. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's what I was thinking. This conversation is a trigger for me. My wife suffered 2 strokes last year, and they wouldn't let me see her because I didn't get the shot. So I did. One better, a friend of mine made me a fake ID card, and I got to go into the hospital, see my wife both times that she had the stroke. Unfortunately, my wife didn't make it. Passed away in January, and I have no more words. I know, John, and I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry about that. I followed you on Facebook, and I saw, and I'm very sorry that you lost your wife. Okay, just popped him in the mouth. Now you're advocating violence. Jody says, "Be woke." Yeah, no, if this is woke, I'd rather stay sleeping, to tell you the truth. Well, John, you might not want to watch this. This is DeSantis actually letting us know all the things that lots of us thought about the vaccine.
Well, I can
in
say
Florida, we're creating what we're calling the Public Health Integrity Committee. It's a committee of expert researchers that will be able to assess recommendations and guidance related to public health and healthcare, but particularly being able to offer critical assessments of things that bureaucracies like the FDA, CDC, and NIH are doing.
A topic on the table, COVID vaccinations and myocarditis. That's inflammation of the heart. Florida Surgeon General Dr. Joe Ladapo creating a study to look into the connection and possible related deaths.
We know that there's been a lot of faith destroyed in public health. And I think that it's important that we have folks who people actually can rely on when they're looking to answers and when they're looking for guidance on some of these really, really important issues.
We brought that concern to USF professor Dr. Michael Tang, who doesn't deny side effects and the vaccine, but says they are rare.
There are known reactions to the vaccines. We know that, for example, there is an elevated risk of myocarditis with the mRNA vaccines in younger males, which also happen to be the population that's at risk for myocarditis in the first place.
Go ahead, Jen.
No.
What happened to you, Jen?
I have AFib now.
Okay.
I had an episode 2 nights ago because I got 1 shot to stop my son from getting a shot because my ex-in-laws were pushing and pushing and pushing, and I did it just to see if anything would happen. And of course, a week later it did. So that's what I get to do. Lay on the couch out of nowhere and my heart just goes out of rhythm. It's fun. Then I get exhausted for days.
I think that what that last doctor said was very telling, and I don't think he meant it to be that way. But if you heard what he said is, yes, there are side effects, myocarditis, especially in young males. And then he went on to say, but that's an at-risk group for myocarditis anyway. So then why the hell were kids being forced to have the shot?
When it doesn't affect children, COVID doesn't affect children.
But you know they're an at-risk population. You know that that's a side effect. So you mandate it for them to go to.
Hence why I didn't let my son get it, and I did. And guess what? Everyone shut up.
That's right. Exactly.
Once I got sick.
Exactly. So think about that. So he was trying to push it off the same way in the earlier clip with AOC and Tlaib. Tlaib was saying that the Border Patrol said, don't send us any more money. We don't need money. Don't, I don't want to be a healthcare professional. That's not my job. And what was the other thing she said? Oh, and that separating the families doesn't work. So what they were telling her is, you're throwing money here and it's not working. We're not able to keep people from the border by you throwing money or by separating the people. The way that you do that is to let us patrol the border.
Yeah.
That's how
you
you
glorious island on the opposite direction. They'll go there. But just like the shot, listen, it should have been an optional thing, because if the shot's so effective, and if you have the shot and it's optional and you get it, then you can't be infected. So what does it matter if anyone else gets it? Let everyone else die. And if it's so, important to have.
Well, that wasn't the narrative. And both, just so that you know,
Where did monkeypox go?
Well, monkeypox. Well, they realized that the people were getting smart.
I think those were the leftover COVID shots they had before they expired.
You've been saying that the whole time.
I really think it was.
I think you're probably right. See, now, if you are following the Twitter files, last night they released the COVID files, and both Trump and Biden were pushing the Twitter to ban certain speech about COVID. All right, so Trump administration and the Biden administration were leaning on Twitter to stop quote unquote misinformation. But you know who they banned? They banned doctors with studies, and they banned studies. And one of those studies was about myocarditis and about kids. And the CDC had a chart up showing that kids were getting myocarditis from the first shot, the second shot, whatever else. And they banned the doctor that posted that. So they banned doctors, legitimate researchers, from telling us what the risks of those shots were. And they're still, to this day,
there's no way of showing it without a valid scientific study or with a trial. There's absolutely no way of telling. Zero. So we just jumped into it and we played Russian roulette with our kids.
That's right. And God bless those that stood strong, because I think that those kids will be the future of America. I'm so frightened of these young kids. They showed, some of the studies showed fertility issues, the myocarditis, and so many other things.
If they're anything like their parents, liberals, then we should be happy.
John, I don't blame you for not taking the shot, especially with so many things. Let's see. Operation Warp Speed. That's right. And you know what? That was our president that, Trump did it. So, I go back to, it's not just about Democrats and Republicans. It's about the swamp. And it was the swamp that was pushing Trump to stand on stage and to respond and to do all these things. And, he did it. And,
meanwhile, he made the shot. He got it done. He didn't make it, but he got it done. They all said they would never get it because he did it. And then they pushed it on everyone.
Yeah. Worldwide panic is, yes, indeed. No shots for my family. Well, I think that at the end of the day, if we all decide our own health care in consultation with our doctors, and our doctors are not leaned on and made to be pariahs if they don't agree, then we would all be better off. That's how it's been forever. And that's the last bastion, is your own body. And when you don't have that, you have nothing. I know we're going over. I only have two more. Okay, so...
Mr. Ketchup? You want this? Where's your manager? Can I speak to your manager? I asked for extra ketchup, and I got what is this? What is this? This is so much ketchup. I can't eat that. Are you making fun of me because I'm on a diet? Sugar? Ketchup? How many are you on a diet? You okay? I'm upset. Are you on a diet? Because look, I don't yes. I'm gonna go. Lower your voice, okay? Calm down. All of this wasn't necessary. Get your car. You understand? This is why we're concerned, ma'am. Wow. I think we need to call the police. JMD. Oh, God. Please tell her to stop. Oh, my God. Tell her to get away from the car.
This is so much ketchup. I want to speak to your manager. So much.
Oh my God. So the grievances, Karens, and that last Karen got her karma when she got out of the car to have a fist fight with the drive-through attendant and her car rolled away.
I think if we all had one of these, life would be a lot easier for everyone.
I love that. I think that's a great idea.
Amazon, $5.
She's angry. This is you're making fun of me because I'm on a diet.
I missed. Did they give her too much ketchup or too little ketchup?
She asked for extra ketchup, and then they put so much ketchup on that the whole bun had like ketchup all over it. So they gave her what she asked for, and then it was too much.
I missed it. I was looking for the wig and the ketchup.
The ketchup triggered her, and then because she decided that they were making fun of her because she was on a diet, I guess because they're so self-absorbed.
Did she run into oncoming traffic at the
No,
end?
that was the second Karen. That Karen, it was a compilation of Karens. The second Karen got out of her car to fight with the manager, the drive-through lady, and she forgot to put her car in park.
That's fabulous. See, I missed that, but I was getting my ketchup.
Jamie, that never happens.
That's terrible.
Oh my God, where's Smudge the cat?
Your aneurysm, calm down. Take it down a notch.
If my aneurysm was going to burst, it would have bursted over the vaccine and COVID and everything else. Put your wig and beard on. Oh my God.
I have it. Don't worry.
Oh, we're going to have to get you a beard. Jennifer used to have mustaches. Yeah.
I have a blonde wig and a blonde mustache, just so you know. Somebody got a Hulk Hogan costume mailed to them, and it came to my mailbox by accident, and I kept it. So,
oh my God, I love it.
Ready. And a boa. It came with a boa.
Hulk Hogan
it's like Christmas in July.
Oh my gosh. All right. And this one is, unfortunately, I'm going to end it with this one. And it is not so funny, but it is true. Our last grievance is bail reform. Watch. No. Watch again. Hold on.
This surveillance video shows Rashawn Anderson the night he shot a Chinatown restaurant worker 11 times while he was out on bail for a previous crime.
Oh, sometimes people have mental breakdowns.
Prosecutors detail a timeline in court records. In November of 2021, Anderson is arrested for pandering and carrying a concealed weapon. He's released without having to pay bail and told to stay out of trouble. The next day, he's arrested again for burglary and theft. The Bail Project, a nonprofit, posts $3,000 bond. 6 days later, Anderson opens fire on Wang.
It's an absolute tragedy, and the Bell Project, myself speaking for the Bell Project, found it absolutely shocking.
In January, we spoke with the Bail Project Regional Director Cameron Pipe.
Did the Bail Project find any red flags to indicate perhaps he wasn't the right candidate to help out?
Every single decision that we make at the Bell Project goes through the same exact thorough review.
In September, the victim, Chengyan Wang, filed this lawsuit against the Bail Project for bailing Anderson out despite his criminal record.
I don't think they care. And truly, they don't care because some man nearly lost his life.
Husband and wife Manny and Lilia Ceballos run Aztec bail bonds in Las Vegas.
We've been doing this for 17 years.
They question the Bail Project's tactics while they claim they adhere to guidelines.
We pick and choose who we want to do business with. We just don't bail out habitual problem cases.
The Bail Project says bail shouldn't be a business to begin with and disproportionately affects the low income and people of color.
I don't think I'm a danger to the community.
The Bail Project ceased operations here in Las Vegas earlier this month. I asked if this is because of Anderson's case and was told it was just part of some restructuring. The Bail Project is funded by foundations, philanthropists, and individual donors. Celebrities like Danny Glover, John Legend, and Richard Branson are on the advisory board, according to the website.
Disgusting.
Now you know who to thank. That's what happens when celebrities get involved in criminal justice.
Criminals have more rights than the victims. Victims have zero. Criminals have, they're human beings. Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many times are you going to fuck up?
And they can't live in society. That's the whole
But if you
problem.
don't pay your taxes, guess where you're going? To jail. But if you shoot someone or beat an old woman in an elevator, he'll be let in the next day.
Right. Or if you go to protest in front of the Capitol, you know, which is your right,
out of money.
Yeah, you go to jail. We
But
treat recidivists as if they're endangered species. Yep. Predators. Well, the good news of that story is that Yang sued the Bail Project, and now the Bail Project is out of business. Now, let's think about it. If every victim sues either the Bail Project or their state where bail reform has been adopted and their lawmakers and all of that, if every victim sues over that, then the likelihood is somewhere along the line somebody's going to win. And I hope this guy.
Or you just stop paying taxes, because what you're doing is funding these animals.
Yeah, we do need Dog the Bounty Hunter, but that was the bail. The bail people were Dog the Bounty Hunter. He should be put down like an animal. It's a longer clip. He actually is schizophrenic, or he claims he's schizophrenic. And the Bail Project was supposed to give him out care, but they never did, because that's not their goal. Their goal is to put all the criminals on the street so that we're afraid and we listen to, that we're good, obedient citizens and listen to our politicians. Great show tonight. See you ladies next Tuesday. Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, we went way over. Yeah, sue. Everybody should sue. I just got one from my comment. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. It's against standards. Yeah, well, I got it. We think that's probably why we're shadow banned, but we're not going to tell you what to say and what not to say. You say what's in your heart. I believe everybody is innocent until proven guilty, but you do too much crime, put them in jail. All right. Good night, everybody. We will see you next week. Have a great new year. Hopefully, 2023 will be a better year and we'll have less grievances, but I don't think so. How about you, Jen?
No, absolutely not.
Any last words?
Nope.
Bye.
2023.